Thank you for joining us at FM3 Design Day. Our discussions are simply about tungstens, what we've experienced, and some ideas that you may want to take in consideration for yourself. Part of the challenge of tungstens is that they come in 7-inch long pieces. Kind of nice. You have to use the long tube on the torch to accommodate the tungsten. In many places, we're welding and this gets in the way. So quite a few years ago, we decided to take and have our tungstens made for us. Just simply because the amount of time we spent with either the hand grinder, the belt sander, the diamond grinder wheel on a grinder, whatever, just took too much time. So when you're not welding, you're not earning money. So we've kind of focused on now a 2% lanthanated or 4% thoriated tungstens. And we have several designs that we have grown for us, and we have them for sale also. And if you really would like, just go ahead and email us at info@fm3design.com, and I'll be glad to take and let you know what you let me know the quantity and if there's a particular grind you want or something like that, and we'll go ahead and get you a quote for that. But right now, the idea is that the tungstens that we're going to talk about are really kind of short. And the nice part about it is that this tungsten uses this cap, which is really short, for it. So an example is that the torch is very, very short. This happens to be a water-cooled 200 amp torch, flex neck torch. So now we have tungstens ground for us in several configurations. We have sharp point, a little less sharp point, and more of a blunt point. And then we have tungstens that you wouldn't grind yourself unless you really got one of those real fancy $1,500, $2,000 machines, and they're a little tungsten for our micro torch. Our micro torch, wherever you can stand something up on a dime, you can weld. So it's a micro torch, and we'll get into that in another video. So the thing I'd like to discuss is the fact that with the 4% thoriated, which we're kind of focused on doing a lot of our work with, we use a very slender point, very nice. That it has two points on it. So when you're welding and one gets a little buggered up, you flip it over, slide it in, and keep on welding. Don't get out of your chair, don't have to move, don't nothing. And you can actually increase your productivity drastically by doing that. Some other things that we encourage people to think about, and it's not kind of associated with tungstens, but not really, is when you're using a lens, make sure the screen's nice and clean. Once in a while we've been in material where it was spitting back and stuff because of contamination, or where we're welding some cylinder heads that have had stuff penetrate into the aluminum and stuff. And so make sure your lens is clean. I have been in a hurry one day and out in the field and actually pulled one of the screens off, trying to take and get the debris out so I could finish the job. Again, should have taken a spare lens with me. Now, your local welding shop will have lenses and different cups and stuff. So if you need a cup that's a large diameter cup for more gas distribution, that's available there. Small ones that you want to take and focus on really small little areas and control the amount of gas and stuff with small tungstens. We normally stock .040, 16, 332, and 1/8 in the various pieces, and it's really nice that we put it in a case that we can actually, it all stays right there and moves around with us. Then we also have another case that we keep the pre-ground tungstens in, and so when we go out in the field, the guys have little cases that they put a few of the tungstens in for when they go out in the field and we do field work. So kind of in a nutshell, that's kind of the basics of it. There will be color charts shown throughout this that show you the different colors of the tungstens and stuff. We did not opt for having these color coded because we're basically using just two different tungstens and we keep them separated in the box very well. So any questions you have, leave us comments. More than glad to, if you have a question about what the cost is or how many quantity, you may have a question about the quantity and cost, let me know your size you want, the kind of taper you want, and let me know, and I'll get you a quote for that. The other thing is that we're more than glad to discuss the various tapers and what you might expect when you weld with them. And that, the reason why I'm doing a welding video today is that we've seen so many wonderful welders on YouTube. There's no need taking time to show running a bead when there's so many thousands of hours of bead running on YouTube and that. And if you're just getting going or you're about middle of the road and improving your skill set, I applaud you. Keep going at it. I know you're going to make it. I know you're going to lay down some beautiful, beautiful welds. So all for now. And again, it's info@fm3design.com. You can look us up on the web at fm3design.com, and phone numbers there if you have any questions. Give us a holler. We'll be glad that. Or if you happen to be in Phoenix, Arizona, give us a call, and maybe we can arrange an appointment for you to stop by and actually practice with some of the equipment we have and some of the materials that are available to us that we're more than glad to take and let you play with a little bit. In the meantime, thank you.